What do you get when you cross realistic romantic subplots and voracious vampires that don't sparkle? Well, it's something that sounds a hell of a lot better than Twilight. Hi, I'm Garrett K. Jones, and this week I'm interviewing independent Texas author Natasha Dee on her work, The Exsanguinated Saga. I try to make new content every week, so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Hey, good morning. Before I get into the interview with Natasha Dee, I want to do a bit of a recap of how Free Comic Book Day went this past week. The event was pretty awesome. I ended up selling 8 books, including a full set of books 1 through 4. Had some great cosplay on hand and several vendors. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, here's the interview with author Natasha Dee. Hey Natasha, what is your saga about?
So my saga, it really deals with personal demons and issues with society, as well as character developments, and then the added fantasy twist of vampires, because who doesn't love vampires? And in my saga, there are currently about 40 or so novels that I have planned for it, with series within the saga that sort of interweb and connect to each other.
Please tell me about the vampires.
And as stated, I have vampires in my series. They are a good mesh of a little bit of, the lore that we have, as well as a little bit of my own mixture. They drink blood, but mine also have different breeds. Some of them eat flesh, devour souls, they bounce bodies. And so I've kind of put my own flair on them, but they're still the pale, blood-drinking vampires that you would typically see. They can go out in the sunlight, though, because it's hard to explain lore whenever, someone can't go out in the sunlight, someone sleeps in a coffin, turns into a bat. I kind of threw a realistic twist to them because I'm trying to explain them, make it seem realistic in a sense.
So how do you incorporate vampires and romance?
I've always loved romance. I am a hopeless romantic, but I also like a realistic type of romance. The fairy tales don't exist, and sometimes we need a little bit of that, and sometimes we need a little bit of realistic nature, and I feel like adding the romance the way that I do into this series really helps the series progress, because it explains why certain people are the way they are. When they lose someone, it really helped the development of it. It would be lacking without the romance, but it's more than just romance. It has to do with so much more.
Which actors would you have playing your characters?
That is a difficult question. I have absolutely no idea. I don't have any actors in my mind when I develop these characters. But I will say Onyx, if anyone were to play him, it would probably have to be Ryan Reynolds, because Onyx is a snarky, sarcastic asshole. And who does it better than Ryan Reynolds?
So what inspired you to be a writer?
For a long time, my past is what inspired me to become a writer. It was pushing me to write the darkness out of me. And now I feel like what inspires me are people reading my stories, saying that they relate, they understand, and knowing that I have a voice that I can stand up and help, these people that have been through these tragic events. And I feel like that's what really drives me and inspires me to write now.
So that's it for this month's edition of Author Awareness. You can find Natasha's first 2 books available on Amazon in both a Kindle and paperback format. Coming up in a few months, I'm going to be doing a month-long series of author interviews throughout all of August. 5 Saturdays, 5 authors. And join me next week as I bring back Creator's Corner with 2 new writing tips for all my fellow authors out there. As always, follow me on social media at GKJ_publishing and the hashtag 5Kingdoms. Support me on Patreon by clicking the link below, where you can get early access to all of my vlogs, for as little as $1 a month. And don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube. And be sure to click that bell icon to get alerted about new videos. Have a great weekend.